Hey everybody, it's Flatbread Friday, and I haven't done a calzone for a Flatbread Friday in a long time, so that's what we're gonna do today. And I don't know if you have seen the video or not, but I had a piece of pork tenderloin left over, and we are going to do a crispy Cubano calzone, and let's do it. And then we're going to cover it with another piece of plastic wrap. We're going to pound it out to make nice thin cutlets out of it. Pretty thin, pretty even. And now we're going to bread them and fry them. That's what makes it a crispy Cubano. We're getting our breading station ready. We have panko breadcrumbs, beaten eggs, and I seasoned up some flour with some salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, and paprika. And now we're going to bread our cutlet. Cutlet number one goes into the flour. We're using our wet hand, dry hand method again, like we do. Shake off the excess, then into the egg. Switch hands. Coat that up with the egg. And then drip that off a little bit, and now into the panko. Back to the dry hand. I like to put a little on top. And then flip it over. Press it down, up on the sides. Okay, our first breaded crispy pork cutlet. Here are our breaded pork cutlets, and now we're headed over to the frying pan. We have a skillet over medium-ish heat, and as you can see, or maybe you can't, it's starting to get shimmery. So we're gonna start dropping our pork in. We're gonna probably have to do these in batches. Not shimmery enough, but I'm just gonna leave that there. Okay, now we're hot enough to cook the rest. We're not going to be able to fit them all, but we'll be able to fit a few. Fry until they're crispy on both sides. Okay, it's time to flip us over. Getting crunchy and crispy. Smelling great, looking fine. That one's a little light. Fry it up on the other side until it's a little darker. Okay, we're crispy and crunchy and browned up nicely, really browned up nicely. We're gonna bump in here, and then we're gonna put these on some paper towels. Like that. And then we're gonna fry the other two. My version of sauce for a Cubano, is, I call it a mojo sauce. And it starts with mayonnaise. Whoops. Mayonnaise, there we go. And some mustard. Some chipotle and adobo puree. About yo much. And that'll give it a little kick, but to kick it back, we're gonna add some honey, sweeten it up just a little bit, and we're gonna whisk that together and make our mojo sauce for our crispy Cubano calzone. And there it is, nice. Our pork cutlets are all fried up, and we're gonna let them cool down a bit, and in the meantime, we're gonna prep the rest of our calzone. We're gonna roll out the dough, etc., etc. We're gonna spread out a little flour on this work surface here. And transfer our dough to it. Get it on our hands, get it on our dough. And now we're gonna shape it out into a rectangle that we can roll up into a calzone. Okay, all rolled out. And first thing we're going to do is spread on our mojo sauce. The next thing we're going to do is add a layer of Swiss cheese. I've sliced our pork cutlets into strips. It's gonna make it easier to roll it and slice it if we do it that way. So now let's put them on. We're gonna line them up. Leave some overhang on the edges. I think we should do the crispy sides up. Okay, our pork strips are on. The next thing that's going on is I bought some honey ham. And now it's pickle time. Looks like I might run out, but I have more. Our pickles are down. And I think we will just utilize the rest of this, just a little drizzle, because I happen to have some left. So I might as well utilize it. Good. And our last thing is I had a little bit of the Emmentaler cheese that was shredded, and I like my calzones cheesy, so I like a second layer of cheese. That one's going on. Now we're gonna roll it up, shape it up, and bake it up. The first thing I usually do is pull out the edges, roll them up, stretch them out, and pinch to seal. And I don't roll this into a roll, I sort of just fold it into a log. I have not done it with this kind of dough before, so this is gonna probably be kind of complicated, but let's do it anyway. Picking it up, rolling it up, flipping that pickle. One side done, and we have now folded up our other side. You want to pinch these. Now we're going to flip this onto a baking sheet that's lined with parchment and shape it and form it. We are going to spray this piece of parchment at the end of the roll so it's all rolly. Put it over top like this. Roll it up onto our pan, just like that. Straighten this out. Shape this. Tuck it in a bit. And now we're gonna egg wash it and bake. Okay, ready to egg wash. And because the eggs help seal the stuff, I like to get all across the bottom. And everywhere else. Okay, egg wash is on, and just because I have these, I think we're gonna add a little spice, a little crunch, a little fun, a little everything bagel seasoning, just for a little decoration. And now we're going in. I got the oven preheated to 375 degrees. This big giant zone is probably gonna take close to an hour. So right there, we need a little more. Yeah, more garlic pieces. Perfect. And here's what we look like. It weighs a ton. Holy crap. So we're going in and we'll see what happens when it comes. Our crispy Cubano calzone is out of the oven, nicely browned. When you hit it and it sounds hollow, then it's done. We had a little bit of leakage over here, but that's not so bad. I've had a lot of worse explosions when I make calzones before. And here's what we look like up close. We're gonna let it rest a minute or two, and then we're gonna slice it and see what it looks like on the inside and see what it tastes like. Here's what the inside of our Cubano calzone looks like. And it smells fantastic. Melted cheese, pickles, meat. And we're going to place it on a pretty little plate. And there's what it looks like plated up. And it's going to be so yummy. Thank you for joining me on Flatbread Friday. And like I say, we haven't done a calzone in a long time, and it was worth it. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Fabulous, and it's going to be so tasty. After I took my bite, I decided that I wanted to tang it up a little bit more, and I really wish I had more mojo sauce, but I don't. So we're going to drizzle this guy with just a little bit of mustard. That's gonna zip it up a bit. And there we have it. Cubano calzone. It was so yummy, and thanks again for joining me. We'll see you next time.